Gonna pull out a win here. We're in the finals. Last round, 2-2. Let's make this a winning record. Got double Delver. Gush. Gush is really dead in this hand. 2 Delvers is nice. I have Apostle's Blessing to protect it. I think I keep this. Gush is basically a mulligan already, unfortunately. Is it Guildgate? He might be the mirror match. Could be a lot of things, though. Oh, okay, so he is Urzatron. Sounds good. I did take out the Stone Rain, so I don't have that as a possibility against him anymore. 2 lands in a row is kind of unfortunate. Island was good, because getting 2 Delvers down is nice. Definitely didn't need the mountain, though. Let's start drawing some gas. I might want to cut down on the number of lands that I have in the deck, especially with the Gushes now. We're drawing a lot of cards. Ew. Well then. I just got totally destroyed. We are going to need a pretty good draw here. He ponders. Let's see if he shuffles away. Chooses not to shuffle. Okay. Play the Swiftwater Cliffs. I don't want to play the Cyclops and not have Apostle's Blessing because I don't know what he's going to run. I haven't seen Blue-Red Urzatron too often. Normally it's running like Fangren Marauder. This is a bit of a different list than that. Alright, Seagate Oracle. He's going to have Muldrifters. I haven't seen the list that runs main deck Twin Bolt yet. But that's why we're learning the format again. It's been a while since I've played Pauper steadily. I'm starting to do it for the YouTube, though. Alright. Nivik Cyclops down. We're in a lot of trouble. 6 extra cards in his hand. Ton of mana if he gets another piece of the Tron. And nothing? That's a good sign. Kiln Fiend. Could also just cast Gush. I don't particularly like tapping out, though. I think we just play Kiln Fiend here and wait another turn. We're not going to die immediately. See what he does. I'm guessing that he runs similar to the old blue-red, yeah. I was going to say, he runs similar to like the old blue-red Cloud Post deck, and he's going to run like Rolling Thunder type cards as the win condition. Rolling Thunder, maybe Karavek's Torch. I think that one's kind of fallen out of favor, though. So he counters the Kiln Fiend. I just pass. Don't think I want to preordain just yet. I want to try and chain together Preordain, Gush, and Apostle's Blessing into a kill. Just seems a little bit better. Another power plant, but he doesn't have a mine, so we're not facing down Tron just yet. Oh, this is a Ghostly Flicker. He's going to respond before the evoke trigger goes off where it'll be sacrificed, probably. Oh, okay, maybe not. I was thinking that'd be Ghostly Flicker. Ghostly Flicker would bounce 2 things immediately, so you'd be able to get like Seagate and Muldrifter and just get their effects again. Really glad he didn't have that. Let's preordain. Bottom the mountain. I'm going to top the island, actually. Just because I can go for the Gush. So let's tap that. Return the islands. See what we get. Another land and a bolt. Another land is not at all what I want. Let's ponder again here. Please give me something good. Dispel. Dispel, Nivik Cyclops, and another island. None of those are particularly great. It's possible that he has another counterspell, so maybe I want the Dispel, but I don't think so. Go for another Ponder. Shadow Rift, Gush, Battle Rage. So I can go for the kill here. I do like that idea. Alright, so we're gonna go Shadow Rift, then Gush, then Battle Rage. No shuffle. We'll attack. When he blocks, we... Do I bolt it before attack? I kind of don't want him to block, so... It does mean that I leave Apostle's Blessing down. There's not a lot of removal that he's going to main deck that can kill Nivik Cyclops at instant speed. Let's just go for it. Please no bounce spell. He could have a counter spell that saves him. Okay. I figured that if he had a counter spell, I wanted to make sure that... I guess the counter spell didn't save him there because I already killed the Seagate Oracle. I keep forgetting that I actually managed to pump it all the way to 20. Normally I'm not used to doing that. You have to use pure Battle Rage most of the time. Well, that worked out pretty well. Whew. Got lucky there that he didn't have anything. So a blue-red Urzatron deck. Just trying to think about the best way to sideboard against that. What do we want to do? Probably want... I might want Pyroblast. He's got the Muldrifters. He's got the Seagate Oracles. He already did show us the counter spell. Now, what do we want to put in besides that? I think that we do want the Pyroblast. Prohibit does seem decent. Just against other counter spells. I guess that it's tough to cast for 4, though, and that's often what I'm going to want against him, considering, like, the Seagate Oracles and stuff like that. He's going to try and play really large spells. Now, what will I want here? I'm really not sure what he's running. Because I haven't seen like a just blue-red Tron list that's going to be running a bunch of counter spells. It might be... There's like an Is It Tron deck, but it has sometimes like green and white. We didn't see that from him, but that's probably what it is. I think that we just want the Pyroblasts. And I can maybe put in Flame Slash. Probably, if he's that deck, though, he's not going to be running the main card. The main reason we want Flame Slash is you want it against, like, a Fangren Marauder kind of card, but I'm probably not going to play those. Let's just put in the Pyroblasts. I think that's the number one thing that I'll want to get rid of. And I'd probably get rid of Bolts, because he's more of a control list. He's not going to have a lot of creatures. We saw like Muldrifter and Seagate Oracle. To me, that's indicative of the fact that he's just not going to be running a bunch of like beaters. He's going to want to control the game and eventually like Rolling Thunder us out. That's almost certainly what's going to happen. To that end, I might want another Dispel or a Mizium Skin. Could keep one Bolt in. Does kill Muldrifter, does kill Seagate. Sure, I'll keep one. I think that we need to leave the Pyroblasts in and just run it back this way. Okay. What do we have here? Not a keepable hand. He also mulliganed himself. Ew, this is a lot worse. Let's keep this, I suppose. Not fantastic. Bottom the land. At least we're on the draw, so mulling to 5 isn't as bad. It's not good, but it could have been worse. Delver turn 1 is really nice draw. And Flame Slash. Get wrecked, Delver. Ooh, Delver again. If we can just make him use all of his removal on this and then hopefully draw like a Kiln Fiend or a Nivik Cyclops, that would be good. Seagate Oracle. Sure. Ponder this turn. Hopefully flip Delver. Shadow Rift. There we go. That is a way to flip the Delver. Ponder, we've got Gush, Preordained, Blessing. I don't really want the Blessing, so I'm going to put that on the bottom. And then we can go Gush, Preordain. I can draw the Gush, Preordain next turn to get rid of the Apostle's Blessing. I don't think that I want to shuffle it away. Alright, I'm going to just hold up the Pyroblast. I don't need to Preordain right now. Just in case. I might want to counter a Muldrifter or something. Let's see what he does. Tax in for 1. Alright, we're good. So get rid of Apostle's Blessing. Keep the Ponder. Need to dig to something good here. There we go. Kiln Fiend's what I want. And Temur Battle Rage pairs really nicely with both of them. And we even have an island for Gush. Yeah, this is great. So we go... What do we want to draw first? Guess we want to draw the island first. So we go Battle Rage, Fiend, Island, no shuffle. Play the island. Pass the turn after attacking. We still have Pyroblast up. Love it if he just went for a Muldrifter. Yeah, let's just stop that. Well, actually, I mean, he draws extra cards. But what does that matter? We just want to use the Pyroblast to protect the combo. We're going to get Kiln Fiend into the Temur Battle Rage, so it's probably fine. I don't love it, but I think that it's actually better to just let it resolve here. He doesn't have any more mana. He might play another land, but it's not like a huge deal. Alright. I think this is our game to lose at this point. Play the Kiln Fiend and smash. If he does get removal, he's almost certainly got to use it on the Kiln Fiend. It probably does get around the Pyroblast, which is a bit of an issue. Hydroblast, that doesn't get around Pyroblast. So just hope that he doesn't have another counterspell here. I could use a Gush if I want. Do I go for the Gush and try and hit something? We know that the top card is Battle Rage. So that's not the most likely thing. We get one spell, and it has to be blue. Like, it has to be a Dispel. Don't like those odds. We'll just let it resolve. Well, what am I losing by trying? Not missing out on anything by doing this. Gush is only really good to keep in our hand if Kiln Fiend's still around anyways. Yeah, another island. Ugh. Gush has drawn us at least one land every single time we've played it this entire tournament. Might need to just look at getting rid of some lands, because it seems to be a really common theme that we're flooding out. And there we go. I feel like I Shadow Rift this. I just need to draw something. Cyclops. Okay. Cyclops is interesting. I'm just worried that he's got 5 cards still in his hand. If he gets a removal for the insect, then suddenly we're in trouble. He still doesn't have Urzatron assembled, so that's nice at least. But it's turning south very quickly here. What are you doing? He's thinking about something. I don't like that. Bolting it on our turn. More land. We just gotta go for the Cyclops here. He might have a counter spell, but at this point with all lands in hand, I don't want to give him more turns to keep drawing. We just gotta hope that he just doesn't get it. And then we gotta hope that we drop pretty hot. Nothing is good. Delver's not the best draw, but also not the worst. Ooh, mine is scary. So he might just slam a wall here. Muldrifter, okay. Yeah, I'm not liking this. Can we just have him, like, not hit a lot? Yeah, that's... ugh. I need him to hit almost nothing and us to get, like, Gush and just go off. This is very bad. We still have another game, though. 4 cards in hand. He's got 8 mana open, and he didn't do anything. That just screams some kind of counterspell. Ponder's a good draw. He's not starting it off with anything. Well, there's Gush. There's another Preordain. I really want Gush, but I don't want to draw the Kiln Fiend. I want the Gush and the Preordain. So we go Fiend. Preordain Gush, I guess. I'll Gush first. And now we Preordain. Bottom both of these. Let's draw a counterspell. Another Gush. Well, that doesn't really help us. Not this turn, at least. So it turns out it would have been better to just Preordain first, because we'd have drawn another Gush, and then we could have just gone off that way and not had the Kiln Fiend stuff in here. Although I guess I would have had those lands. Alright, well, I think we go for it. Let him block and then Battle Rage the Cyclops. See what happens. I can play the Kiln Fiend again afterwards. Prohibit. Okay. I won't be surprised if there's a second Prohibit here. We'll see. I'm going to try and land the Kiln Fiend at least. Another Prohibit. Yep. And bolted. Oh, God. Okay. Well, now we know it was in his hand. He's only got 1 card left. Granted, we also only have 1 real card. And he has a lot of mana. Seagate Oracle. Gross. I wonder if he'd have gone for the Bolt if we hadn't played the Kiln Fiend. I mean, we can't just hold the cards in our hand, though. We gotta try eventually. Mnemonic Wall. Now things start getting nasty. Gets back, what? A Prohibit, maybe? Prohibit would be really bad for us. Ponder. Okay. He just wants to get to Ghostly Flicker so we can start chaining together Mnemonic Wall activations. If you get Ghostly Flicker and Mnemonic Wall, then he can keep playing Ghostly Flicker over and over and over to search through his deck with Seagate. Just use the wall trigger to get back Ghostly Flicker every time, and he's got more than enough mana to keep activating that. Chooses not to shuffle. Okay, I'm gonna play Delver here. I imagine this is another counter spell. Okay. Now he just has Tower. He could have Prohibit, but that doesn't stop the Gush. He could have Negate. I think we go for it. Try and resolve it while he's got his shields down. See if we can't get a Kiln Fiend or something that I can resolve. Unfortunately, we don't, so we'll just pass the turn. Ooh, black? Interesting. So he's like Grixis-tron. Pyroblast. Well, we'll just hole up for a couple turns here and try and get a Kiln Fiend or a Cyclops. We're not under any real pressure yet. Although we have to worry about any turn that he just draws a Rolling Thunder and kills us. More life gain's a bit annoying. Alright. We need something besides land and battle rages. Let's get another critter. Granted, we've used a lot of the gas in our deck. We do still have 3 Nivik Cyclopses, though. And 2 Kiln Fiends. So there we go. Alright, I have a Blessing and I have a Pyroblast. So hopefully that's good enough to keep it alive. I have more than enough spells to push it through. See what happens. Some kind of kill speed. Oh, wait. Chainer's Edict? What? Oh, that is sick tech against us. Holy crap, that's the perfect sideboard card for our deck. I didn't think that they would use slots to sideboard, like, against us. Well, that's just unfortunate. I was thinking most black kill spells I can just Apostle's Blessing and I have Pyroblast to stop a counter, but yeah, that just gets us. Alright. Worst thing is he can flash it back, and there's not much I can do about that. Damn. Okay. So he's running a bit of a homebrew here. This is not a deck that you really see. That is interesting. Not that I've seen anyways. Pulsa Marasa. And that's a card that you'd see. Good draws. Oof. Welp. I need to hold the Pyroblast to try and protect a creature. Problem is that Chainer's Edict. How do I get around that? I guess get another Delver and get him to use it on that? I have no good options for this. Really not sure what I can do here. Alright, I guess we bolt the Mauldrifter. Should have done that last turn, maybe. And pass. He has 5 cards in hand, too. Don't want to just play Cyclops into the Chainer's Edict. See what else I can get here. I need another Delver is the problem. I've already used all 4. Oof. Okay, well, I guess I should have looked at that first and maybe played the Cyclops last turn. At least we get the Gitaxian probe here. Remove Soul, Hydra Blast. Okay, this is going to be a turn. Echoing Truth. Twin Bolts. And land. So Tower is mostly irrelevant, but all the rest are pretty important here. Alright, so we play Nivik Cyclops. He plays Remove Soul. We Pyroblast the Remove Soul. He Hydroblasts our Pyroblast. We dispel that. And then we have Apostle's Blessing for the Echoing Truth afterwards. Let's do it. Why would I Pyroblast, actually? He's got Hydroblast in hand. Let's just dispel it. What am I talking about? Yeah, now I Hydroblast the Cyclops. Now it resolves, but he still has the Chainer's Edict in his graveyard. Kind of just need him to forget about it. The problem with Magic Online is it'll actually pop out your graveyard every single time that you have something playable in it, so it'll like constantly pop it out if you keep putting it back. So he's gonna know. And he's gonna use it. Echoing Truth, the Mnemonic Wall. Alright, I see that as a pretty good play. That makes sense. Can rebuy like Pulsa Marasa. And just use that to keep buying things back. There's a lot of things that he can get here. He can just get another like Hydroblast. I mean, like I said, I do have Apostle's Blessing for that, but really he should just use Chainer's Edict. I need him to tap. I can't even have him like tap wrong, because even if he taps Dismal Backwater for this, he has to tap like Dismal Backwater and Shimmering Grotto, and he still has enough, I think, to flash back the Chainer's Edict with the double black. He's got 3 towers. That's a lot of mana. So we know he has Twin Bolt. We know he has Hydroblast. I don't know. It just seems like he should just Chainer's Edict us and be over with it. Not sure what he's thinking about. I just wish that there was some way to sucker him into like using other things and not using the Edict, but that just seems totally unlikely. Really deep in the tank with this turn. Probably a good idea. It's his game to lose at this point. He's got to know that. Alright, he's doing the appropriate thing and just flashing back the Chainer's Edict. There's that last tower. So we are only missing 1 card from our opponent's hand. We know about the Twin Bolt, and we know about the Hydroblast. Uh-oh. Another Mauldrifter. Ew. That's not good. I might just want to Shadow Rift here to try and draw something. Yeah, let's do that. I'm in desperation mode now. Not good. Not good at all. Down to 5. He's got a ton of cards in hand. And I have a bunch of land. Yeah. We're just dead here. I guess if I draw Bolt, then I can live for another turn. Yeah, I don't see how we get out of this one. This is probably Rolling Thunder or something. Oh yeah, it just Twin Bolts me. Of course. That was a grind fest. Alright, I'm going to want more Dispels. Man, Chainer's Edict out of the side. That's a very interesting sideboard choice and really good against us. Super unfortunate. So what do I take out? I am on the play, so I kind of want to go fast. I could just try for the fastest possible win. Try and put the most pressure down. I'm not even sure what the best way to do that is. Maybe putting in, like, the lightning bolts again? I don't think that makes sense. Okay, we're going to take out 2 Apostles' Blessing, put in 2 Dispels. We'll keep 1 Apostles' Blessing. But it doesn't do anything against, like, a Chainer's Edict. And Dispel gets rid of all the Pyroblast, Hydroblast kind of shenanigans that he has anyways. Can get rid of Twin Bolt, can get rid of Echoing Truth. So it does all the same kind of stuff that Apostles' Blessing is stopping. Prohibit's interesting for those counterspell wars, but I think that Dispel handles it just as well, and the Pyroblast is good too. Alright, our opponent submitted. We are going to go first. Here, game 3. We have a bunch of draw spells. I think I keep this. It's so awkward. No mountains and no real threats. But with Ponder and Preordain, I think it's okay. It's not great. I want to be fast against him. This might have been a mulligan. Alright, let's ponder here. Delver, Swiftwater, Gush. So, Gush, Swiftwater, Delver. No shuffle. Play Delver and Swiftwater next turn, and then reveal the Gush. Delver was a great draw. Gush isn't too bad either when we've got a bunch of islands here. Prof Prism. We just need to stop him from being able to set up. His deck gets a lot of value, but it's a little slower than ours. If we can just combo out or put a lot of pressure on him with a Delver, we might be able to get through. Preordain, and we get to hold up all the spells in our hand. Ooh. Another Preordain Delver. Nice. So go top, top. Get to flip this Delver as well, and we can still hold up either Pyroblast or Dispel. This is looking good. See what happens. Two pieces of Tron. If he gets a mine next turn, we could be in trouble. That gives him a lot of mana to work with. Nothing out of him yet, though? Okay. Yeah, I like where this is going. Upkeep. Bolt it. Dispel the bolt. Dispel the Dispel. Counter his Dispel. And now he has no more colored mana. Woo! Top, top. That is pretty great. Another Dispel is a super hot draw. That was just nasty. Darn. Can't stop the Flame Slash. I could gush for a Apostle's Blessing. We only have one, but it is possible. Let's go for it. No, that's alright. Still dealing him 3 a turn. Still have 2 counter spells up now. It's Preordain again. Bottom. And another counter. I like this. Even if he kills the Insectile Aberration now, we have the Cyclops as backup. Just get rid of that. I don't need him drawing a bunch of gas here. Oh, man. We have drawn very, very well here. I'm going to just leave up Pyroblasts and Dispel. I don't even know if I play the Cyclops. Cyclops does mean that he dies next turn, though. And I still get a Dispel up. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's a little dicier. I think that that's the right thing to do, though, because we just give him less turns. We resolve a threat while he can't have a counter up, and then we've got a lot of counter magic to protect it. It doesn't play around like a Flame Slash, but, I mean, nothing that I do does, so... If he has like a Flame Slash or another Chainer's Edict or something, like he's gonna get the Aberration anyways. And then I would wish that I had the Nivik Cyclops down. Alright, so he evokes a Muldrifter. Let's see if he goes for a... No, he doesn't have the mana for it. I was thinking that he might go for the Ghostly Flicker. So it's just straight dying. That's a good sign. It was good that we had the Dispel for a Ghostly Flicker anyways. Uh-oh. There's a mine. So, went from 2 mana to 5. Yep. That's a real card. And a lot more when he untaps. Thing is, we might be able to get it so he doesn't untap. Seagate Oracle. Sure. So he's got 2 mana, and he can make one of it colored. We should just be able to Pyroblast the Seagate Oracle here and then just Dispel our way to victory. So even without any draws, we should be okay. If he draws something else here, like if he gets like a Twin Bolt, I think we still get him. Alright, he sent us a message. GG's, I'm guessing. Yep. Alright. Nice. That was a hot draw. We got super lucky in that last match. This game was ridiculous. This is the way that you want the deck to fire. It was absolutely absurd. So we managed to pull out a 3-2, slightly better than last time. Battle Rage, I have double Pyroblast and double Apostle's Blessing. Come at me, bro! What you got? This is gonna be a fight. Oh god. The triggers! He's still tapping. Repeal. Counter that. Counter everything! He's still tapping! Stop it! Prohibit! No! No! Sir, I win! Go away!